So I'm on Amazon, and I'm doing something. At the bottom, Amazon recommends a book. Any book people in the room? Amazon recommended a book. And that book is the one you see on the screen now, called Turning the Flywheel. And in that book by Jim Collins. Jim Collins is a great author, right, on business books, Good to Great, Beyond Entrepreneurship. In this book, when I got it, y'all, it was like 40 pages. It was like a pamphlet. It was like the size of your playbooks, but it was like only half as tall. And I was flying maybe from Atlanta to Florida or something like that. So I said, man, let me get this book out and read it. And I read that whole thing, and that 140-page book changed my life. Y'all want to know what was inside? Inside, it talked about the concept of a flywheel. Now, if you could imagine, right, where my 30 and overs at? All right, y'all remember we had something called bicycles back in the day. New people don't know about that. Under 30 don't know. Not familiar. Oh, I'm sorry, 35 and under don't know about that. We had something called a bicycle. At some point, anybody turn their bike upside down like this ever before in your life? And we turn it down, right? You get to spinning that wheel. Anybody ever spin that wheel before? Till, you spin that wheel? And when you spin that wheel, I see Shanta back there like, yeah, buddy. She about to go outside and ride a 10-speed right now. When you spin that wheel, after 6 or 7 spins, when you take your hands off, what happens? It keeps going. That's the concept of the flywheel. So when I read the book, what it talked about is if you have the right steps in place in your business, every time that business goes around, it takes that revolution, it goes around that circle, you put in less effort each time because the business picks up momentum. Picks up what? Momentum. So when I read this, it blew my mind, right? I was like, oh my goodness. And I'm talking about a 40-page book. So once I dug into it, right, we began to actually flesh out because I realized that there were 2 steps missing in our flywheel that caused me to exert the same exact amount of force every single time the business went around in motion. Some of y'all said you're going through the same thing right now, right? We're going to get back to that in a second. So I got some examples, right? In the book, they talked about Amazon's flywheel. They say they start with lower prices on more offerings. Then once they got lower prices, they increase the customer visits because they got low prices, so that send more people to the site. Makes sense, right? Once they increase customer visits, that allows them to attract more third-party sellers. How many of y'all sell on Amazon? The reason you sell on Amazon is because Amazon got what? The people. The reason they got the people is because they offer lower prices on more offerings. So the prices get them more visits get them more third-party sellers allow them to expand the store and extend distribution. Doing that allows them to grow revenue per fixed cost, and growing the revenue with maintaining those fixed costs allow them to lower prices even more. Then once they lower prices more, they get more customers, to more third-party people expanding the store, growing revenues allow them to lower the prices, what? More. Y'all have seen this in real time with Amazon, right? Every time you try to buy something, first you're going where? Amazon, because they got a lower price. Opened up the mastermind last year, somebody said this is available on Amazon with Prime. I said for the right price, it can't be. Vanguard Financial, right? They offer low-cost mutual funds. That allow them to deliver superior long-term return for their clients. When they do that, that allows them to build strong client loyalty. When they do that, that allows them to grow assets under management. When they grow more assets under management, they generate economies of scale. And doing that allows them to do what? Lower the cost again. So every time this goes around, every piece of that thing is picking up momentum. Until it gets to a place where their competitors have a hard time competing. Are y'all starting to get the concept of it?
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Traffic Sales and Profit Show. Hey, do me a favor, if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe and follow us on this platform right now to make sure you do not miss a beat as we drop new episodes and additional content every single week. Also, if you'd like to get access to a free paperback copy of my book, access to the TSP Traffic Sales and Profit free Facebook group, our challenges, resources, our events, and more, make sure you visit us at www.trafficsalesandprofit.com/podcast.